O te hewa mauriro ki te whaiau ki te ao marama. Tuana hau, ki runga te whenua, hainatia nei, a mātua tupuna, te whakaputanga, 1835 me te tiriti o Waitangi 1840. Tēnei ru te reo, te haukainga, mihi nei ki a koutou katoa. My name is Ngāti Kawa. I'm here to share with you why I support and tautoko Arohatia to Taiao. We're at a time where we need to rethink how we do things, how we interact with the land, the whenua, the moana, and we need to practice good kaitiakitanga to restore nature, to restore the environment, and more importantly, to restore our people. We all have an important part to play. It's time to take action. We're all in this together.
Kia ora Northlanders, Tāne McInnes here. I'm project lead and the author of Arohatia te Taiao. Arohatia te Taiao, Loving Our Backyard, is a community-led, independent initiative with an aim of capturing Northlanders' hopes and fears for the future of our natural environment. The kaupapa led out in 3 parts. The first part was a survey in which we had around 1,000 people participate. The second part was 10 community hui held around Northland, and then the third part of course was bringing all this amazing kōrero together to produce the Arohatia findings, flicking the switch, which there is a full report, and this video is providing an overview of the key detail in which we had. The research identified 4 key themes with 10 key priorities. The key themes are: community-led, government facilitated. Trust our communities to know what's best for them. Encourage and empower them through resource support, knowledge sharing and advocacy. Connection. Encourage connection. Provide opportunity for connection to each other, to the natural environment. It is healing, uplifting, and our future depends upon it. Endorse a Taiao Māori approach. The Māori worldview acknowledges the interconnectedness and interrelationship of all living and non-living things. As one person put it, a holistic approach. All of humanity will benefit from this undertaking. Knowledge. Focus on education and knowledge sharing, using all opportunities to upskill, share and inspire. Make it easy to access information, sharing the success. The research identified 10 key priorities, which I will run through with you now. Number 1 is growing, hunting, collecting kai food. In the survey, this was the number 1 concern moving into the future. Some of the solutions that were offered include community gardens, communal planting, food exchange, workshops, so educational workshops that encourages local know-how, promoting and enabling composting, and one of the key things, which is a bit bigger picture, is thinking about not building houses on our arable land, so looking after and protecting our good soils. Number 2, connection. Connection to our natural environment. Also tied in with recognising kōrero tuku ihoa. So some of the solutions identified here are fun and inclusive annual roadshow to share and promote sustainable practices using local knowledge and bringing in other experts. Using the arts to grow knowledge and understanding. And absolutely with all of these is getting our young people, our rangatahi involved and participating so that they also grow knowledge and become mentors in the future. Number 3, government action and responsibility. Now there's a number of solutions offered in this space, but a lot of them focus around localism. So endorsing and delivering on a localism approach, which is all about the community-led, government facilitated. It's about a responsive system, a system that puts the environment and the people at the heart of its decision making. It's to recognise that government policy facilitates local self-determination. Number 4, equal, and this will be of no surprise to anyone, is pollution and rubbish, because we see rubbish every day. It is a major issue. Now pollution includes things as and chemicals as well, so what's going into our rivers, littering, etc. Some of the solutions offered here is incentivise good behaviour, use natural alternatives to chemicals, make recycling free across all districts, and have community picking up rubbish days. You know, the focus on reuse, recycle, reduce. Number 4, equal, is housing. Now this is a really interesting one when we're talking about our backyard, why housing would come out as a really important priority. And the reason being, and the philosophy given, if people are feeling safe, they're feeling warm, they're feeling fed and contented, then they actually have brain capacity to think about the wider issues that are affecting us today. Next is Taiao collapse, i.e. our natural environment deteriorating. One of the big challenges in Northland is we all look outside and it looks pretty good, where the reality is, as many of our waterways are becoming unswimmable, the forest is collapsing, we have major issues with pests and weeds. In the survey, number 1, the biggest fear in the survey was loss of our taiao, so loss of our natural environment. 4, so pests, the impact of pests that's having, and number 5 was the invasive weeds. Some of the solutions offered is actually prioritising our ngahere, focusing on regeneration activities, bringing our taiao, our natural environment, back to the centre of all our decision making. Next, energy resilience. So this is recognising that actually it's not money that makes the world go round, it's energy, and we all need it. Some of the solutions offered is promote and enable active transportation and adopt biodiesel approach, so i.e. turning our waste into diesel. At number 9 is marine regeneration. So when we consider our moana, our ocean, our awa, our rivers, our waterways, this is life. Water is life, and our waterways and our oceans are not anywhere near as healthy as they need to be. Some of the solutions offered is implement regenerational projects such as growing kelp, protect existing kelp forests, so a real call for non-fishing zones, for at least a year or two to allow everything to replenish. Review quotas, have fun activities that encourage people to get out on the water and help remove the invasive species. And a ban on freezing fish. So there you go. Coming in at number 10 is climate change. It was the 3rd biggest fear in our survey, the impact of. Some of the solutions are around thinking global, acting local, appropriate government regulations, engaging and educating people, because we need to recognise how overwhelming it is. And I think one of the key things that came out of the hui was recognising that by addressing the things we can do locally, we'll have a wider impact on what's happening nationally and globally. On top of the 10 key priorities, there are a number of other challenges identified. I'll run through a few of these and put forward some of the solutions offered. These include kaitiaki, so encouragement of local kaitiaki, access. Access was really important and was highlighted during the survey as one of the key issues or concerns moving forward. Some of the solutions to this is more walkways, more public access, public transport, and having park and drives and things like that. Waste and recycling, so really moving away from the single use. Packaging, of course, is a major issue. Improve labelling of recycling so people know what they can and can't recycle in a clear way, and thinking about how we potentially recycle human waste. Another concern is growing and land use. So this is around dairy to horticulture or pine. So importance of relevant and holistic district plan. Appropriate crops for appropriate soils. We've got to be mindful that regulations can kill small growers, so in a place such as Northland, how we encourage local, how we encourage community gardens, and actually that legislation and policy supports that approach. Papakainga made easy, so being able to build on multiple owned land, and living walls on buildings, etc. Another real concern is overtaking, so overfishing, overtaking of our natural resources. So being really mindful of what we take and only take what we need, replace what we take. So if you take a tree down, plant another tree. Reuse, recycle, reduce. In closing, I want to endorse Ngāti Kawa's comments. We are all in this together. This is about the future that we are leaving for our young ones coming through. This will require a mind shift. We really need to rethink how we do, how we interact, and how we are. It's important for our well-being, it's important for our planet's well-being. Thank you to all of you that took the time to complete the survey, come along to a hui. We greatly appreciate the effort that you made. Take care, enjoy, kia ora.